Hello everyone and welcome back to the Zephyr Modpack. Today we are getting started with some bees stuff so I can get started with some off-camera stuff. So the first thing we're going to make today is I have filled this carpenter with seed oil. I have filled the seed oil squeezer with seed oil. Okay, I don't know that that was the way I wanted to put that phrasing, but I think it technically works. So what this recipe does is we put the recipe in the carpenter, we put the supplies for that recipe down in this inventory here, and it consumes them, produces the resources. This is like most auto crafting systems. You just put the stuff in, you get the recipe laid out, and it takes care of the rest. So, while we're waiting on that, there is one other thing we want to make today. So we are going to make ourselves a genetic sampler. To make that genetic sampler, I need a genetics processor. So here's the recipe for it: 4 diamonds, 2 redstone, 2 quartz, and an ender pearl. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We are going to scan this thing because it is worth some good stuff. We also need a power module, which is 4 bronze gears, which I have not. 4 bronze gears. Have not scanned pistons either. 2 pistons, 2 gold, and a redstone. That makes us a power module. Lovely. Now we take this power module, we take this genetic processor, we do that like so. And there's one more component we need to make. We need to make ourselves this weighted pressure plate here out of 2 gold ingots. Easy peasy, vanilla Minecraft stuff. We put that under here. Your redstone like so. Couple of bronze just like that, and that makes ourselves a bee receptacle. Oop, scan that as well. Then we put that here. We put the sturdy casing here. And did I forget a component? I did. I forgot a diamond. So let's go get ourselves a diamond. Then we'll check out the squeezer. It's probably done its project right now. Probably. So let's go ahead and take those out. Impregnated frames. I don't believe I can scan these because they were made in the carpenter. That would be correct. Alright, so put the diamond in its proper place and get ourselves our genetic sampler. So we'll get into what this does in a little bit, but I definitely wanted to make it before we went. Now I'm going to take these impregnated cases, surround them with oak wood planks and oak wood slabs, and we're going to make ourselves some apiaries, which are basically bee houses. Although the term apiary in the real world applies to an entire operation. It does not apply to the singular little bee houses. I don't know why they do it like this in this, but whatever. So let's set up back here, why don't we? I'm just going to place these around sporadically. No real need for them to be anywhere specific. And then we need some flowers. So we need some vanilla flowers. So let's get these poppies. What was that? Oh, that's a peck. Hello. Let's see. That should cover those ones. That should cover all of these ones. Okay. So we got the apiaries going. Now we can go ahead and grab some bees. Where are our bees? I put them in the apiaries chest because obviously that's where they go. So let's grab these 2 guys. Not the ideal ones for starting out, but they will do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him up here. This one down there. So they're the same species. I'm just keeping it simple right away. Now, this guy is going to go. Then we will do the same with these ones. Put them over here. And this is essentially their lifespan. When this reaches 0, it'll turn in its products, its final product. It'll turn in a princess and some drones. Throughout the course of the thing, it'll also start outputting honeycombs and other products depending on the species of bee. Alright, so next thing we're going to make is we are going to make a beealyzer. This will be extraordinarily helpful to us. So I need 2 glass panes. I need 4 tin, 2 redstone, and diamond. Lovely. 4. Good. Okie dokie. And we need that in a carpenter with water. Don't ask me how machines are made with water, because I couldn't tell you. But sure enough, this one requires it. So this is going to make us a beealyzer, which gets us basically the ability to see the traits of bees. I'll explain more what that is in a moment here. The next thing I'm going to need to do actually is take a honeycomb so I can demonstrate the beealyzer's function. Put that in the centrifuge. That's semi-realistic. You definitely put your combs in the centrifuge to extract the honey from it. So that's cool. Beealyzer, a drop. Lovely. Now, there is no such thing as a beealyzer in real life, just so you guys know. Okay, so I'm going to take this other... Well, let's take the Meadows one. So I put that in, it consumes the honey, and now we know everything about this bee. For example, it has a shorter lifespan, so there are 7 categories for lifespan, I believe. There's shortest, shorter, short, normal, long, longer, and longest, or elongated. There might be 8. Might be 8 with magic bees. Basically, there are different tiers to all of these. So this guy falls under the shorter category. And then same with production, pollination. Most of these have different types. So this slowest, his pollination is slower. He uses flowers to pollinate and produce materials. Fertility means how many drones will be produced each time they breed. So I put in 1 princess and 1 drone, and I get back 1 princess and 2 drones. So basically it allows you to build up a stockpile of drones, which we'll get into what drones are useful for later, but for now, that's about all we need to know. It has a territory. This is the size of an area that it will pollinate. So bees will actually cause flowers to propagate throughout the area. And bees can also have effects. These guys have none. And the territory determines the area of effect for those effects. We'll get more into that stuff later. So the genetic sampler essentially allows us to copy any one of those traits. And I left the bee in here, didn't I? So for example, I could sample the shorter gene. I could sample the slowest gene. I could sample any of these. Honestly, the only thing that would be valuable from this Meadows bees would be the flower type, in case I wanted to take a bee that doesn't pollinate flowers and make it pollinate flowers, so that, you know, I don't have to put some crazy rig up here for it to work. Or the species, in case I needed specifically Meadows bees for any situation, I could easily make one. So that's what we need the genetic sampler for. The ability to essentially recreate or copy the traits of any bee we have so that we can apply them to different bees. So we're going to go ahead here, grab a power cable, this guy up. I might actually want some more forestry machines here, so I think what I'll actually do, put that there. Goes on my womp womp womp. Gotta say, going lightning affinity is a little challenging, but pays off in the long run. I'm actually gonna put this guy here, save this spot for other stuff. And now it's charging. It holds 1,000,000 RF, so it can be quite a power drain. Go check our energy cell right now. It'll be a little taxed, that's for sure. But the energy consumption isn't too bad. So it's basically just like, even if you disconnect me from the power, I'll be able to run for quite a while. Oh, how does a slime get affected by the black aurum? That I would like to know. Seriously, buddy? Can you... There we go. Will you split? Oh, you totally split. I wonder if you generate stuff every single time. I'm so curious about that now. Okay, so what did I come out here for? I came out here to... Actually, I think we need to go back to Gendustry now. Gendustry. The Gendustry is a separate mod from Forestry. It's key. So the next thing we probably want to make is a mutagen producer. So I need a mutagen tank. 3 of you. Need the Beelizer on me right just yet. Get rid of that now. So 1, 2, 6. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 10 times 4 is 40. I got a ton of bronze made because I knew we were gonna need a lot for these machines. So let's go ahead and put this in the smeltery, and then to constructing the parts that we can. So what the mutagen producer does for us is it produces mutagen. I will get into what mutagen does when we make a mutatron. But basically, mutagen is the fuel for the mutatron. So that's the gist of it. We'll tackle these one thing at a time. Okay, so then I need 4 gold. I need 4 redstone? No, 2. Well, I need 6 redstone. I need 4 iron. Need 5 more iron. 1, 4, 5 for a total of 9. Lovely. Let's see. That's everything for that guy. That guy should be good. I should be good. Hopefully we're good. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Pistons, lovely. Next, we take the... Actually, let's make the... Sturdy casing next. Take these pistons, take this gold, take this redstone. You. Mutagen tank. Boop, boop. Chest. I've scanned a regular chest yet. Not. Not scanned a mutagen tank before. All. Although that was actually some pretty worthless research points, but still. Hopper, definitely have not scanned one of you before. Permutatio is always welcome. And then, just waiting on the gears. Lovely. Gears should be ready by now. Alrighty. So 1. And forgot how long this takes. Ugh. 2. Alright, let's go put these down here. 1. Goes our second one. I have a ton of bronze. Like I said, we're going to need a lot of these because I also need to make a mutatron and a genetic imprinter. Actually, we'll make the advanced mutatron because that makes sense. Printer, and I don't think we need the DNA extractor or protein purifier. I think I can skip those machines. I really don't need them. They're nice and all, but eh. Okay, there's 5. I guess we can one of our power modules. Go. Lovely. 2 to go. So, are you not producing? Oh, you guys are done already. That was rather quick. Okay, we'll just keep getting them going for go after go. That's where one last go. One last go. Enunciate. Okie dokie. So, take these gears, pop them just like so. Checking the wrong table. And we get ourselves a mutagen producer, which I will need some power for. Power, and I'm actually going to need a fluiduct here. May as well set this up right now, rather than wait to deal with it later. So, power, fluid. Let's actually put the mutagen producer here. I want you to only extract all the time. Over to here. And then we'll put the mutatron here, put the imprinter here, and we should be good to go. So this takes 5 million RF, so it is a heavy, heavy drain on our power system up front. But like I said, not so bad in the long run. This allows us to make mutagen. So to make mutagen, we need glowstone. It can make us 800 millibuckets per glowstone. Redstone can make us 100. Redstone blocks can make us 900. And glowstone can make us 200. So, considering we have redstone, I mean, we have both of these things, but we don't have any concern about running out of either of them. So I'm going to use redstone. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just going to go right ahead and make ourselves a full stack of redstone blocks. Boop. And put that right into our mutagen producer. basically, that's that. Once this goes, it'll make some mutagen. So it doesn't make it on the spot like some other machines make liquids, like the bioreactor from Mine Factory Reloaded. That just instantly makes the liquid. But what can you do? So the next thing, probably start building off camera, is the advanced mutatron. So I'm just gonna start melting the bronze right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 gears. So 12 times 4 is 12, 24. 24 times 2 is 48. There we go. Easy peasy. Alright, but we are currently at time for today, so that's going to have to do it for this episode. So thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed all that fun stuff as always. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like or a comment. Any and all feedback is always very much appreciated. Helps me out a ton, and I do always love hearing from you guys. Next time, I'll have the Advanced Mutatron ready to go. And we'll get started on using that guy. More glass. So yeah, we'll get down the rabbit hole with that one. And then I'll probably run through some basics on mutation. I think I'm just going to beeline it to the bees that I'll probably use NEI to quickly run through what breeds into the ones that I want after I've made them. Sort of like follow it back through what I've done. I think that'll be a faster format. It'll be less repetitive since I've done this same thing in 2 other series of mine. But at the same time, I don't want to completely skip over it for anybody who's just jumping in to this series and hasn't seen the older ones. So that's the plan. So I will see you guys then. Bye for now.